Hello, everybody. I don't know if that was caught. I know you didn't say a bad word. I know what word you said.
I
Uh,
said vinegar.
yeah, I know. I just don't know if me starting the stream was timed perfectly for that to get cut
You might
off.
have to cut out a second or two.
But anyways, welcome back to the tavern. I'm Spencer,
And I'm Eli.
and this is
Causing
Bardic
problems as I
Blunders.
normally do.
Oh boy, already just coming out the gate like that. So,
Oh, every day, all day.
oh boy. So we had a couple things we wanted to talk about today. In the time since our last stream, which had a lot of Halo stuff, uh, Halo Infinite announced a new update, and they announced they are not doing seasons anymore. They're getting rid of seasons. Uh, so they're going to go to smaller content updates that are going to be on a month by month basis. So basically, what this means is where the season model is like, let's just dump a whole bunch of stuff all at once every 3 months. It's going to be every month, they're going to get a smaller update. So, for example, there's one coming on January 30th in just less than a week uh, that is going to add 2 new maps, a new armor core, and the ability to move shoulder pieces between any armor core, which is nice. Uh, not again, it's not going to be a crazy massive update. It's gonna they're all gonna be pretty minuscule for these content updates, but I think they're still going to be meaningful, and it will allow Halo to, or 343 rather, to pinpoint things that need to be fixed or need to be improved, whatever.
Yeah. I honestly think that while I don't like this model just because I like these seasons, I don't know what it is. I just really like the season.
Yeah,
Um I do 100% believe that this is a better option, if that makes sense.
right.
This will really help 343, and it's really gonna help Halo in the future, because that's the biggest concern, is the future of Halo.
Right. They're calling these content updates operations as well. So they've still got their own little name like season, but it'll be operation whatever. But I think it's an interesting direction, and we've talked about it that I think if uh, Halo Infinite had launched in this way, uh, it would have been a lot better received.
Yeah, honestly.
Like if they had done that beta, because people were hyped with the beta.
That beta, you played the beta with me.
Yeah,
We were jamming out in that beta.
the whole crew was. We had the 4-man team jamming the beta.
And
And
we were playing ranked in the beta, and we're still crushing it.
yeah, that beta was a lot of fun, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is so exciting when the game releases and there's more content." And they were just like, more, more content. This is
Here's
just
the
what the game
campaign
is."
that you can only play solo.
Right. But now that they fixed most of that stuff, and especially I think they might have been assisted a little bit with like Overwatch and how badly Overwatch 2 was botched. Uh which I don't
Um,
know if you knew all about that, but Overwatch 2 is a disaster.
so um I did not know Overwatch 2 was a disaster. That's kind of I should have figured it because we played it and it sucked. That was another one we four-man dropped into and it just did not do well.
Well, yeah, the issue with Overwatch 2 is the whole reason that it existed was there was supposed to be a single player mode, almost like a campaign like you would get in Call of Duty or Halo. And so people were like, okay, yeah, we get it. We can accept Overwatch 2, but then they changed it. And it's like, okay, now it's not 6-man teams, it's 5-man teams. And so that makes tanks worse. They also nerfed tanks. Tanks were made worse in the update. Then plenty of people tried to migrate their crap from one game to the next, and it just didn't work. Then it became microtransaction ridden, and then they didn't even bring the single player stuff. They were just like, now we decided to scrap it, it's too hard. So literally all that ended up happening was instead of using loot boxes that you earned through playing the game, you have to buy stuff now.
Yeah.
So
They're really tearing apart this hobby that you and me both enjoy.
Yep. No, the problem is you can't even blame them. They're making money from doing it. They would be stupid not to.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you saw Pirate Software's short talking about why microtransactions exist in games. And how Blizzard made more off of...
Yeah, they made more on a $10 horse than they did on the entirety of Wings of Liberty.
StarCraft
Yes,
2.
I did see that.
Not Wings of Liberty, StarCraft 2.
Oh, that hurts even more because like
yeah. It's a rough one. But I mean, it's exactly why microtransactions exist, because they work. People buy them all the time. And I mean, it sucks, but
yeah. Well, the thing is, I can handle microtransactions because in reality, everyone says they're a lot more egregious than what they are.
well, I don't know. You've played games with really bad microtransactions. I mean,
I
even
don't.
playing Overwatch, did you even look into any of the stuff you could buy it for Overwatch?
I never opened the store once.
Cool. You want a legendary skin? $20 for a single
So
skin.
it's basically like, so let's be honest, it was basically well, what's the game? League of Legends.
League? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is very similar. And then they also had you unlock the champions in a way like League, where you had to either play the game a bunch or just buy them if you wanted to play as most of them. Another really freaking annoying, like, makes no sense. And look, don't get me wrong, League can be annoying too, but at the very least, with League, if you have a really good game, you get a box that is just like, here's a skin. It might not be something you want, but you can at least, like, I know there are people out there who have collected almost every skin League has to offer without paying a single cent.
Probably. Probably took a lot of time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
It's someone who's been around since season 1, but and you have to be good. You have to get an S rank, and you can only do it a certain number of times per day per hero. So it's not an easy process, but at the very least, they give you something. Uh,
Yeah.
but to speak on League, that was next on our topic board. Riot Games just laid off over 500 people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great job, Riot.
Mm-hmm. The only credit I can give to them, I was looking into it a little bit. I have to pull up what I was reading about it earlier. Uh, I can at least give them credit because they. Oh gosh, how long ago did I look it up? Oh, I just saw it. So, this is from GameSpot. Laying off 530 employees, sunsetting Riot Forge, which I don't know what that is. Um,
Neither do I, so...
So, those who lost their roles and aren't moving into new positions will receive the following: severance pay, cash bonus, health benefits, play fund, wellness fund, equity, computer, career support, Rioter assistance program, visa support, Riot email access. So, they're doing well to take care of the people who are getting laid off.
Yeah.
I can at least give them that level of credit. Uh, but it still sucks. Um, said it would affect Legends of Runeterra heavily.
Yeah, well...
Says the studio
I don't know
will.
how many people play that, though.
I don't know. Studio will reduce its team and shift it to focus on the Path of Champions PvE game mode. The company will
I don't
be
even know what that is.
sunsetting Riot Forge after the release of Bandle Tale. Oh, Riot Forge must be the mini developer making the RPGs.
Oh. Okay.
Remember how just a few years ago it was like we're expanding the universe with an MMO and a fighting game and an RPG and or multiple RPGs and all kinds of all that crap.
Yeah. How times have changed.
Yep. I actually I am in the stage of recovery. I completely uninstalled the Riot client from my computer. League of Legends is no longer on my computer. I may
I never downloaded it on this computer.
good.
I'm a smart man.
I made the first step towards recovery. Oh boy. And I don't believe I will be letting myself get pulled back in again. I can't. That game just drains my soul. Oh boy. It's one of those games that used to just make me very, very angry. I mean, I don't have to tell you that. You know.
I do know.
Oh, but now on to one of our bigger topics. Oh, do you want to tell your little story?
Oh, this happened, sometime, this past week in France. This man was minding his own business, as men do. And then he started being chased by a bear. Um, as he's running, he's like trying to avoid the bear, trying to avoid the bear, trying to avoid the bear. Sees oncoming traffic, jumps out in front of it. The bear gets hit by a bus. Man feels bad. He's like, shit. Oops. He's like, darn. That poor bear. He goes back to check on the bear. Bear's like limping, like, oh, woe is me, woe is me. And then as soon as the guy gets close to the bear lunges for him and starts chasing him again.
Oh boy. Did he end up getting away from the bear?
Oh, he got away from the bear, but the bear was just absolute. And I watched it. I was like, ah, yeah, he fell for the old, oh, I'm hurt bear trick.
He fell for the oldest
I'm
trick
like,
in the book. Oh boy. But yep, we had that little small story that Eli wanted to tell, but the big topic we have today is about Palworld. You know, I'm sure you've heard of it. I can guarantee it because it's been the talk of the town in the gaming world lately. For those of you who don't know what Palworld is, it's Pokemon with guns. Simple as that.
hey, the person who doesn't know is me.
Well, it's it's a new game. It certainly draws a lot of inspiration off of Pokemon, but also draws inspiration off of like Rust, you know, and
Hmm.
other survival games. Well, it's the talk of the town because a lot of people think that they should be sued by Nintendo because, admittedly, quite a few of the pals, as they're referred to in Palworld, uh, are very similar to some Pokemon. Now, let's be real. None of these are exact. They're, clearly inspiration uh, is drawn from Pokemon, obviously, but none are like that's a Pokemon. Like that's definitely like that's Pikachu or something like that. None of them are that egregious. Uh, but hold on, let me see if I can find any images that compare. Uh, there are certainly are quite a lot of them that are like, yeah, it's getting dangerously close. But it does a lot of things that are very unique that Pokemon doesn't do. And it's got a
Like,
lot
give you
of,
guns?
well, yes, give you guns, of course. Of course, that's the main. If you haven't seen it, there's a short by Pirate Software where he basically it's basically just what this game is, and he's like, if those of you who haven't heard of this game, you know Pokemon, you see how that thing looks like a Pokemon, and he just pulls out a shotgun and freaking annihilates this thing, and he's like, that's Palworld. um I started playing it today, and I think it is very fun. Let me pop over this so you
Is
can
it
see.
is it free?
It's on Game Pass. It's not free,
Huh.
but if you have Game Pass, you can get it. Uh, so you can see right here, we've got this little thing that is got a similar little head fin to Sobble. That's Sobble, right? I think so. Um, then this thing is very, very similar to Lucario. This thing looks close to Score Bunny. You know, there's quite a few of them. People have pointed out. This looks like superior. But like, see, there's some of them where it's like clearly inspiration was drawn. Like this is very close, but it's not like an exact replica. Again, right here with Cabalion, and I don't know what this thing is called. I've never seen that before. But, apparently it's Finglope. The names could use some workshopping, but you understand the point. There's a lot of pals, that look very similar to Pokemon. And there are a lot of people getting up in arms saying that Nintendo should sue because, it's so close. But here's the thing. Palworld was teased 2 years ago, all the way back in late 2021, I think. So a little over 2 years ago. If Nintendo was going to sue, they would have done it back then. Because, by the way, they did have numerous of the final designs in the gameplay trailers. And if Nintendo felt that there was a lawsuit there, they would have sued them. Because it's not even an international lawsuit, right? It's a local lawsuit. Palworld, or the company that owns Palworld, I don't remember what they're called, is a Japanese company. So Nintendo wouldn't have even had to do an international lawsuit. It would have just been able to say, yeah, no. But they're not doing that because there's no basis for it. Nintendo owns the right to Pokemon. The specific names, the specific looks of the Pokemon. They don't own the right to a monster capture game. They can't make that claim. Because if a game could make that claim, Fortnite could shut down every other battle royale. Well, I think actually PUBG was first. So PUBG could shut down every other battle royale. Halo could shut down every other shooter. Like first-person shooter, or specifically space shooter. Like, these...
Oh, Doom was first.
Doom was first, yes, but... there's certain genres that it's like, monster capture is a genre. Even though Pokemon is the dominant one and there's not really others that contend with it. I mean, heck, you want to go back to the 90s? Digimon.
Yeah.
Digimon was...
I was actually going to bring up Digimon as, like, that was Nintendo's competitor.
Yeah.
And as you could see... one's around, one is not.
Well, and back in the 90s, it was more contentious. Like, you were a Digimon kid or you were a Pokemon kid. There really was that, like, which one are you? But then, even when we were kids, there was Bakugan. Not nearly as popular as Pokemon, but it existed. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is in a close vein to Pokemon. Obviously, it's not exactly... because you're not capturing the monsters, and it's a card game, even in the anime, and, but it's at least a similar niche. But nothing... Yeah. I mean, Pokemon is the biggest franchise in the world. Period. Bar none. It beats Mario, it beats Zelda, it beats, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, like, anything you can think of, Pokemon has beat it. And that's why you don't really see any competitors, because why would we compete with Nintendo? We're not going to succeed.
We are not going to win.
Yeah.
Why even try?
We might... We're not even going to compete. Like, we're playing on two different fields. It's legitimately... It would be like putting a Pee-wee football team up against the NFL. Like, it's not going to work. You're going to fall flat. So why would you do it? But Palworld comes out, and they're like, you know what? This isn't exactly Pokemon, but it's kind of similar. Let's give them guns. I mean, heck, dude, there's so many of the battling things in Palworld that people are like, we've been wanting Pokemon to put this in for years, and they still haven't. And not to mention, the worst part is, Palworld looks better than Pokemon.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing I heard and saw about it was just it looks so much better. I'm like, oh boy, oh, Nintendo's not
Oh,
gonna be happy about this one.
and it runs so much better, dude. I mean, I don't have a Switch, so I haven't played Scarlet and Violet, but just from watching people play it, the game has like 7 pixels total, and it still runs like it's running on a microwave from 2006. Like, it is not a polished game. And Palworld isn't either, but it's in early access. Like, it's in alpha, and they were just like, yeah, here, you can have it, and we'll like live service update it. And that, I think, even though Pal World is not going to contend with Pokemon, it's generating a lot of press. It's causing a lot of scrutiny to be aimed at Pokemon, and it just might be enough to scare Nintendo into improving their product, which can only be to the benefit of the consumer. Like, you know what? I know a
Yeah.
lot of people really enjoyed Scarlet and Violet, but it sure ran like ass. Or I mean runs, because I guess it's still the newest Pokemon game, but like it runs
I
terribly. I mean, on the
I will
same.
say this.
Oh, go ahead.
Um thoroughly enjoy. Why'd you do that?
What?
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out some. I'm playing a game in the background.
Of course you are. You freaking tool. All right.
But
Okay.
it comes down to it's not a bad game. I will give it the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It's not a bad game. It's just not great. That's the problem with it. Is it tried too hard to do what Pokemon didn't need to do.
Two
You
oh
know?
okay. I'd see. See, because I was gonna say the overall consensus of it is lazy. It's lazy. They didn't put the effort into making it look good. They didn't put the effort into making it run well. Like,
It it when it first came out, yes, it definitely had problems.
I mean, it still has problems. I watched Ray stream it the other day, and it still had quite a few performance issues. And it still looks like garbage. Like the individual Pokemon designs aren't too bad, but when you get out into the terrain and everything's just like one flat color with no texture to it, it looks like a test build of a game from the GameCube era. I mean,
Yeah.
the models look good or fine, I guess. I mean, not the best, but they did do a lot of improvements to formerly trash Pokemon 3D models because, X and Y did not do 3D Pokemon any favors. But it still it lacks something. Keep adding new special evolutions and throw it out in the next game. Yeah, that too. They use special features where it's like mega evolution. Oh man, these are cool. I remember I was a little bit older. I think X and Y came out in 2013, so I was maybe 14. I was still young enough to be interested in Pokemon at the time. I mean, I still like Pokemon, but it is more of a like nostalgia thing. But at the time when X and Y came out, it was like, oh man, that's cool, but I can't get a 3DS because I don't have the money for that, and so I never played X and Y. So it's like, oh, Mega Evolution, Mega Evolution seems so cool. That's such a good idea. Uh, And oh my gosh, I could not tell you how excited I was when they did the Generation 3 remakes, when they made Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Yes, we are that old, Adam. We are that old.
Oh, is Adam here?
Yeah, Adam's the one who mentioned the special features. Um, uh, I remember being like, oh man, oh all the Hoenn starters like Mudkip, Torchic, and oh shoot, Sceptile. Why did I forget his first evolution? Groyvile, Sceptile. What's the first one? Whatever. Uh, all three of them got mega evolutions, and it's like, oh, cool, they're all awesome. And then Sceptile got the dragon type. Oh man, that's awesome. Well, when they make the Gen 4 remakes, maybe Infernape will get a mega evolution. I was so hyped for that. Like, I'm like, oh man, that's gonna be the coolest thing in the world. Nope, gets scrapped the next generation. Gen 7 comes out, and now it's Z moves, and Z moves are the new hotness. And it's like, I think there were still some Pokemon capable of Mega Evolving, but it was not as central a mechanic. And then Gen 8 comes along, say goodbye to all that. Like, Mega Evolution's gone, Z moves are gone. Now we have Gigantamax. And it's like, oh man, we make the Pokemon big. Alright, well, sure, it's a new gimmick. Maybe they'll stick with this. Nope, next game, it's gone. Now we have Terastallization. Stop throwing away good features for worse ones. Like, I know Mega Evolving was incredibly unbalanced, and that's why they scrapped it. But how about instead of just scrapping it, you try and fix it, because it was so cool and it brought life to so many Pokemon that didn't have a niche, didn't work very well. Like, stupid. But yeah, so they keep adding new gimmicks, and it's like the gimmicks are bad. I now need to.
Yeah.
Yep, October 12th, 2013. So X and Y are officially. Oh gosh, they're a decade old. Oh no. Trico. Yes, thank you. I was like, Sceptile is the final evolution. Groyvile is the middle evolution. Why can't I remember the first one? Trico. Okay.
My favorite of those starters, by the way.
That's your favorite?
Of those starters, yes.
Fair enough. Mudkip is probably my favorite of those three, although I like all three of them. Unlike some of the other games. Gen 3 and 4 had the best trios of starters. I will not be debated on that. Gen 1 Charizard overrated. Blastoise, he's alright. Bulbasaur, Venusaur, I guess.
Yes, boy.
Venusaur is my boy from Gen 1. I love Venusaur. Gen 2, I hate both I don't hate Typhlosion. He's just not great. He's just kind of boring. And I can't stand Meganium. Chikorita is the worst starter ever to exist. For alligator all the way, baby. Oh, Torchic was you. Oh, we got a trio then. And that's funny because normally I'm the fire type guy, but I just love Mudkip.
Actually, it's kind of funny. I'm normally just the grass type guy. I really like grass types.
Yeah, I'm like fire or fighting because, well, Infernape, obviously. That's
Well, I like ghosts.
Yes.
I really like the ghost design for Pokemon.
I
Super underrated, but I love it.
I had actually found a thing that lets you build your own trainer card and like give it a theme and everything, and I had built mine. I don't know. I think I might have deleted it because that was a while ago. But I had built both a fire and a fighting type one for me. And that I mean that was really cool. Not
Also,
a
I will say
friend.
this with the newest Pokemon, um, the gym battles were just trash.
Yeah, I heard that.
There was only two that I actually enjoyed, and that was the water type gym, and that was the normal type gym. Because of
Okay.
Larry. I loved Larry.
Oh yeah, I do. I watched Ray play a good chunk of Gen 9, and Larry was pretty funny.
The gym leader who doesn't want to be a gym
He's
leader.
just like, why am I here?
I work two jobs, leave me alone.
Oh boy.
It's really funny because at one point you get to tell the champion who's your favorite gym leader. And if you say Gary, he has a special line of. Well, each one has a special line of dialogue to thank you. And Larry is the only one who goes, "Why did you tell her that I was your favorite gym battle? Now I'm gonna have to do more work." And I was like, "Yeah,
Oh,
Larry."
that's true, Adam. We should do that at some point. Adam said Pixelmon is the definitive way to play Pokemon at this point. Uh, at
Ooh.
least the most fun. I so want to play Pixelmon. I would love to play Pixelmon with you.
I was actually thinking about getting realms again for us streamers.
I mean, hey, I don't know if you can how easy it is to mod realms, but
I Listen, you're talking to the guy who can barely turn on his computer.
that's fair.
And I always forget to turn on my lights on my desk.
Uh, name here. Okay, name some ghost type Pokemon. I already got Gengar in there for you.
And um that's the only one I really know.
Oh, really? I
Um
put in Chandelure.
oh, Chandelure the fire one. You have
Yeah.
the fighting one with Annihilate.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Annihilate.
Oh, he's broken.
I mean, again, I haven't played Gen 9, so but you can get an odd oh, why did I
give
lose
me a
it?
se- give me a second.
Decidueye.
Ghost type Pokemon.
Oh,
Um
Spiritomb is another really cool Ghost Dark.
I have them pulled up. Dragapult.
Do you want Dragapult?
Oh yeah. Gives you Dragon Ghost.
Okay. Name two more.
Um Tophaguris.
Cofagrigus.
Yep. And hmm. I don't know, like fuck freaking um
Carries Rattata as ghost type if you believe the theories. You know you can get a secret ghost type Eevee evolution, right? It evolves with a special stone known as a brick.
Jesus. Oh, Sinestia. Sinestia. Sinestia?
What are you saying? Spell it.
S I Sinistcha.
Sinestia?
Yeah, that's one of the newer ones.
I have no idea what that is. It doesn't even have a picture on this website.
Okay, then go Graveyard.
Not W. E.
Revard? Revered?
He's the pre-evolution, isn't he? Yeah,
No, he's
Houndstone.
the...
Houndstone is the
Yeah, I'll
fully
take...
evolved. Okay.
Oh.
We got that one. We'll do...
And definitely Gengar is my top one. He's my champ. Good old Gengar.
Your ace.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm making a friend code. I don't know. What do you want your friend code to be? Oh, it's not required.
8008 135.
Of course you do. I can't judge you. I made mine 69 420. So. All right. Yep. Let's download it.
Oh my god.
So we'll show off stream real quick. We'll show them this is Eli's trainer card, and I'll send that to you over Discord so you can see. You know what? I'll send it to the mods channel.
Oh, I just see your messages. That's yo, put your headphones on.
Yeah. So a little. Oh yeah, you could have used Drift Blim as well. I love Drift Blim.
I like the team I got. It's kind of dumb.
Yeah, so whenever I got out, we got on like probably an hour early before we were streaming, and Eli was already in the call, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, what's up? Hello, you there, Eli?" Not getting a response. Okay. And then I hear him go, "I could put a farm here, and maybe do this over here." And I'm like, "What is he talking?" Hello? Can you? He can't hear me. So I started messaging him on Discord. And
the funniest part my headphones were on.
Yeah, you just hit the mute button so you didn't hear me.
Yep.
Oh boy. But yeah, so I sent him a meme that says I have a vague desire to kill you, and that finally got him to go, "Oh, hey."
I was like, I wonder what that's from. And then I looked over because I have the other page with Discord up and it's you, and I just see your icon going off. I'm like, whoopsie daisy.
Oh boy.
Oh. This is something that we could do real quick. Or do we have more to talk about, or is I can't see the thing. I don't have YouTube up.
Well, I mean, not really. We were just going off about Pokemon.
Pull up the ranking thing. Let's rank the Halo multiplayers.
All right. Yeah, I'm trying to find the that one doesn't have infinite. I'm trying to find the one we had last time. Oh, there it is. I guess we don't need... It's funny enough, that one kept all of our rankings. There we go. Okay, this is the one that has all the multiplayers.
Yes, we did talk about the Halo, the Mark IV coming to Halo.
Yeah. It was brief, but yeah, we did talk about the new Infinite update. All right, so I have up on stream. I'll share this for you for sake of you being able to actually see it. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a more condensed list that gets rid of all the extra, Spartan Assault, and all those. So, let's start off with Halo CE.
This is multiplayer, so absolutely, this is the LAN party capital. This
Oh, dude.
is the game. You know what? I was at work and I said LAN party, and 3 people turned around and asked me what a LAN party was.
No, man. No.
And I said, like, when you all take your consoles over to somebody's house, you all hook them up to different TVs, you all play multiplayer. Why wouldn't we just play online?
Don't. I can't. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't with these kids. These young whippersnappers.
Absolutely. Halo CE had some of the best maps ever made.
I'm gonna put it in A. Because I don't think it's the best of the best, but I mean, damn, when we played it on MCC and we did that mode that was like shotguns only.
Oh yeah,
that was
it's
so much fun
because it feels so old. It feels like playing GoldenEye.
Dude, going from playing Infinite to playing Halo 1 is like, because in Halo Infinite, everybody's jumping around and sliding and grappling and doing like all these crazy, like nobody is sitting still for a minute. It's like everybody has freaking ADD and is just, and then Halo 1 is just everybody like gently walking around and, you know, you can't really do anything but shoot and throw grenades.
Yeah, good dang each other as they shoot across the map with the pistol.
It's like comparing modern guerrilla warfare to old Revolutionary War era where they just line up across from each other.
Oh, that's absolutely what it is. And that is, funny enough, a map in Halo CE. It's 2 bases with a gap in the middle, and you just line up and shoot at each other.
Yeah, I know. Oh boy. Yeah, very primitive but very fun. Halo 2.
Halo 2 is regarded as one of the best multiplayers ever.
I was gonna say, I didn't get to experience it in its heyday, unfortunately. But on even MCC it's still good. A lot of fun.
Yeah, it's still good.
But I mean, the legends of like them shutting down the multiplayer servers and people staying on for days at a time after
19 days.
Yeah, like such an incredible moment in gaming.
Yeah. Halo 3, go ahead and lock it up there with Halo CE.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Great maps, big team battle, amazing. It was good. Armor abilities. That was the first time we saw them in Halo, except they were power items or things you would throw out. Really cool, great, awesome game. First game to add Forge, which honestly it should probably put it into S because
of yeah, that's true. That's true.
And like
just because of Forge,
old school Forge.
Just because of the things they did in Forge, dude. Watching the old like Achievement Hunter where they do the Forge custom games. Oh man. Some entertaining content came out of the Forge. Now, here's the unfortunate one. I'm not even going to put this in never played. I'm going to put this in horrible because I'm mad that we didn't get an ODST multiplayer.
Yep.
Like that is the biggest travesty of that game.
Honestly, it is. It does, but it's not multiplayer. It's you and 3 people against. It's firefight. That's all it is.
Yeah, you will, and that's,
it's the introduction of firefight.
Firefight was a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, but I would have loved to have classic Halo multiplayer with ODSTs. That would have been so cool. and so unlike
It would
any
have
of
been
the
so
other
good.
Halo games. Um,
Okay.
Halo 4,
B.
B, yeah, B. Like, I
I
enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it more than the Halo 4 campaign. You know, but it's still it lacks something the other multiplayers have. Oh yeah, that's a good.
It's it definitely does. It felt too
I spelled opportunity
honestly.
wrong.
This is the
Don't make fun of me. That didn't happen.
missed opportunity. Yeah. Um. It it's funny because I went back and played. I was doing the MCC where I was playing multiplayer, and I played it, and it just was like this. Still feels almost like it's a step behind, if that makes sense. Like
Oh,
the Call of
definitely.
Duty games felt like it was Halo 4 just wasn't there.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like I had fun when we were playing the Halo 4 multiplayer, but not as much fun as the multiplayer for the other games.
It did introduce the Mantis, and I will give the Mantis a lot of credit.
Yeah, oh, dude, the Mantis is quite a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the Mantis sections in the campaign just because I mean I love the tank sections too, and I think the tank sections will always be better. But walking through the halls and like blasting the Covenant off of the ledges, and they'd walk out of a
Yeah.
door and just mow them down with a machine gun. It was quite a lot of fun. Um, and it's definitely like nothing, not taking anything away from 4, like not trying to say its multiplayer was trash or anything. It was a step
It
behind
wasn't
the other games.
it wasn't bad. If they had captured the feel of Halo 3 multiplayer, it would easily be an S rating.
Oh yeah,
Just a more modern version,
exactly.
which we will about that in 2 sections. Actually, no, just skip over to Reach because that's the end. Because these are all
The
uh,
Bungie titles, yeah. Well, we
we did
already did
4, which
4, which is 343, but uh I mean,
a
yeah, Reach had
it
some
doesn't
fun.
add anything new. That's the thing.
Okay,
People will say this is
the
it didn't add anything new, and it just I will say yes, it is technically a better multiplayer experience than Halo 3 and Halo 2 were, but it just
the one thing
it
it did better than the others is the tank. And I mean the tank in the campaign, like Reach's tank is so good, and it's why 343 literally just copy pasted it in all of their games because
yep.
they perfected the Scorpion in Halo Reach. I haven't personally got to use it in multiplayer because I haven't played a ton of Reach multiplayer, but I can say I can see the Scorpion being a lot of fun to use in multiplayer just because of it's the Reach Scorpion. But next up, this one's all you, buddy.
Halo 5. This is the thing. This would be the hot take. I feel Halo 5 is probably the best multiplayer 343 has done.
I knew you were gonna say that. Well, would you ahead?
It's not better than Halo 3,
Okay.
but it was so much fun to play that game in multiplayer. I wish you could experience it. Like that and it was one of those games where skill was the determining factor. It wasn't like, "Oh man, this guy just it's not like, "Oh man, this guy had the rockets. He's going to beat me." It's like, "Oh man, he has the rockets and I have the pistol and I still won because I know how to play this game."
Right. This, by the way, for those of you who don't know, This is the game Eli nearly went pro in. He was in the top 100 players in the world during Halo 5's heyday. And
All
actually
because my
almost
grandma
dropped out of
passed.
high school to go play in a professional Halo team.
All because my grandma passed away.
Yep.
Because I would get called out as this was in like early high school too. So I would
No,
get called out of school because I would have to go get
this was not early high school, man. That was senior year.
oh, yeah, it was because I missed the whole second quarter of high school.
Yeah, you missed like most of the second semester. And
Well, it was the first semester
oh
because
yeah,
she
first semester.
passed in November. And it was like right before Thanksgiving break, but she took a downhill slide at like the start of the second 9 weeks, the second quarter, and I was just getting called out of school. I would leave school to go get my sisters, get them home, taken care of, fed, whatever, and then I would just sit there and play Halo. That's because I had nothing else to do.
Yeah, Halo 5 came out in October of 2015. So it was in the middle of our junior year that it came out.
Oh yeah, then and then I was working at the same time, so it'd be like, oh man, I gotta go to work. Close the game, go to work, come home, play video games.
Right. And this too is also why you have been doing your little series on your channel of games you missed. Because through that time, you were pretty much only playing Halo. And there was a lot of games where I'd be like, hey, you want to play this game? And you're like, no, I'm playing Halo. I'm like, okay.
I missed a lot of games between work and just not having time.
Right.
Because I worked a lot at that point in time, and school and college eventually. I missed a lot of games.
Yeah, which I do like the idea of you doing that, like, games I missed. You know, I never played this game before.
I
Let
did
me play it.
do City Skylines 2 because technically I did miss its release, but I'm kind of glad I missed its release.
Why?
It didn't release very well.
Oh, okay.
It was breaking computers.
That's right. I remember that. It was just destroying computers. I forgot about that. Halo Infinite.
It was really funny. I would rank it A.
Okay.
It's definitely not above the other two, but it's definitely above Halo 4. It's fun. That's the thing I can say about it. The current multiplayer for Halo Infinite is just fun.
It has so many game modes.
Yeah.
Like, it's every game mode that has been in a past Halo game all, like, smacked together. You have this massive list of games you can play now. I just logged into it before we started streaming. I'm like, what the heck is this? Like, oh man, there's a bunch of game modes. Edge, can you go away? For some reason, Edge.
The other thing that I
decided
really
to-
like that they're doing with Halo Infinite, which is going to sound really dumb, is their rotating playlists.
Right.
Like, because you're going to play a playlist and you're just going to get bored of it after a while, other than like the basic three, which are Infection, Big Team Battle, and Quick Play.
Right.
We don't count Ranked in any of these because Ranked is a different monster to itself.
I think the best thing they could do, and it might be enough to bump it up above Reach for me, is add a thing where you can just say, I don't want to play this map. Or I do want to play this map. You know, like vote for the maps.
If you had map voting like Halo Reach did,
yeah,
that would like OG Halo Reach. It got pulled out in Master Chief Collection, but you could actually vote on maps.
Right. Well,
and that was cool.
And I've seen a lot of people talk about the lack of a post-game lobby.
Yeah.
Like there used to be, which I know, again, never really experienced that because I didn't play Halo when I was younger. But a lot of people have wanted that to come back. I can understand why it wouldn't, because it is kind of like, you know, we want to streamline this, and I'm sure there are a lot of people, especially younger people who play like
It
Fortnite and
never.
all those stuff, who would just be
Yeah.
like, why is this an extra menu that I have to go to? I just want to play the next game. Like, I'm sure there's absolutely would be those people. 100%.
Yeah.
Which is
It's
probably why that will never happen again.
honestly, if Halo Infinite did a battle royale, I think it would do really well. I would definitely be playing it. I'm not a big battle royale fan.
I was gonna say, I can't stand battle royale, so it's really not. It's not my thing. I have no interest. um. So now the two Halo Wars games.
Um, start with Halo Wars. It's the multiplayer is like old school StarCraft, so C. It's clunky, it's hard to understand. It was made for a controller instead of a PC. It just does not hold up well.
Okay.
Halo Wars 2, on the other hand, is probably A tier, because if you like RTS games, you will love Halo Wars 2.
All right.
Honestly, that's a game that you and me should play together.
I would be down. We're planning on playing more games together on stream, so why not? Which, by the way, if anybody is interested, tomorrow me and Eli are playing Portal 2 together. We're doing obviously the multiplayer campaign. I don't know if you've ever run through the multiplayer campaign in that.
I have not.
Cool. I have, but it was
actually
like
have not played Portal 2.
you've never played Portal 2?
Nope, I have played the original Portal, never Portal 2.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. You should play through the campaign for campaign, the main story, whatever word you want to call it, single player.
I probably will. I'm just kind of like going through and doing my rotations of games now. That it's like, okay, these are doing well, like, especially because it's weird streaming them. If that makes sense.
Right.
Like, Halo CE Legendary Run is now my most viewed video.
Oh, really?
Which is mostly me yelling. Yeah, it's at 18 views.
That's why. People like anger.
Lethal Company is second. Superliminal is third. And Superliminal I barely talked because I felt sick the entire time I was playing.
Dude, you want to know what my most popular live stream is right now?
What?
It was when I did the, let's see, views. Do it by views. Can I just like sort it by views without having to type stuff in? The Hollow Knight speedrun, where the entire stream is just me having a mental breakdown. I got 157 views on that one. Like, all of my others, pretty much all of my most popular streams are Hollow Knight. But a lot of people
I've
enjoy Hollow Knight. But yes, the Hollow Knight speedrun even blew all my other Hollow Knight streams out of the water, and I literally the entire time I'm having just a mental breakdown. I'm like, I don't know where to go. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. It's like I spent so much of that stream yelling.
People
because
like English.
Yeah, don't worry. It's going to get
Put
worse this Saturday because I'm finishing the game and I haven't reached the flood yet.
Oh, so you still got to do the library and tube trails.
Dude, it took me, I think that's a 5-hour stream, and oh man, it hurt. Because, all because of Captain Keys. Keys is what killed me.
Yeah, you were telling me.
He really hurt me. I don't often get that mad at Halo games, and it's funny. Anytime I do it, not streaming, he rarely dies.
That's the way it works.
But I was streaming and he just kept jumping on grenades. I'm like, I have never seen this animation before. Why are you jumping on grenades?
He knew what was in his future. You know what you need to play? I want to play it too. Cursed Halo.
Isn't there a co-op version?
There might be. I think we
I
should.
think Ray and Chibi did it.
I think we should absolutely do Cursed Halo. I love the original Cursed Halo. I know he updated it, so there's a second version, but in the original Cursed Halo, the Magnum shoots backwards. So you just shoot
I
yourself
know.
with it if you try to pull the trigger. And then in the cutscene that introduces the Flood, Keys has a Magnum, so he just domes himself, and then the level Keys doesn't exist in the game. It just skips the level since Keys is dead. Which is by far the funniest moment from. I mean, I can't say by far. There's a lot of really funny moments from Cursed Halo, but just hilarious. I think we should absolutely add that to our list of games to play together.
Yeah, there's quite a few because like we could definitely like go and do the Halo campaigns.
Yeah,
We could do Baldur's Gate,
we
even though
could.
I know you don't. I know you're having troubles with your
It,
PC and running it.
it's so much for my PC, dude. It legitimately, when we were playing it, it would take me maybe 5 minutes for all the terrain to load in. Like
Yeah.
you'd be running around and like I'm just running in this flat world, and I'd be walking forward and just run into a wall. It was just not loading very well on my PC. And then
Let
the
me open up.
stream on top of that, I think my computer would actually blow up.
Yeah, maybe not then.
I
We
wouldn't
could do
mind.
Cuphead.
Cuphead would be interesting. I have Goat Simulator 3 downloaded. That would be a fun one. We could always do some classic Minecraft.
Oh
I
yeah.
actually, since you have a PC now, I want to do modded Minecraft with you. Because we've, me and Alex always talked about it, like, oh, we should play modded Minecraft. And you're like, oh, I can't because I'm on Xbox. And we're finally like, you have a PC now, we can do it. We can do it.
I have a big boy PC.
Yeah, you got a better
This thing
computer
is
than I do.
yeah, I just found out why it was so inexpensive.
Why?
The company who bought them over-ordered, so they were trying to get rid of stock. So it was a leftover sale, and they were like, ah, yeah. And I'm like, oh, cool. I'll just snatch this up.
Where did you find that?
Amazon.
What's it called? I need to look it up now.
This was the Omen.
Omen.
Give me a second. I might. I don't know. Give me a second. Okay.
Like now I'm looking up gaming PCs on stream. $879.
That's less than what I paid.
1,049.
Give me a second.
What was that?
Wow. I.
5600 Ryzen 5 6 core 16 GB RAM, 1 TB SSD. Not the worst.
HP Omen 25L gaming desktop, Ryzen 5600 NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660.
Is it the white one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it gone down? Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's
Not bad.
the
Dang,
one I got.
4 TB disk size. Okay. I mean, hey, in a few months, I'm only 2 months away from fully paying off my car, so maybe once I'm out of that, that might be what
It's
I
not a
save up
bad
for.
PC.
Because I mean,
I really do enjoy it.
I
It
use a
is
gaming
smarter than me,
laptop
though.
right now, for those who don't know. Which it's not bad. I mean, you see the way it runs most of the games I play. It does pretty well, but it is still a gaming laptop, so it has its limitations.
Yeah, it was a nice find because I was trying to buy it through Best Buy. Buy a computer through Best Buy. I'm like, let me just check Amazon real quick. This was the first one that popped up.
Mm. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Does
For
everything I
sure.
needed to do and more. Makes me feel dumb though.
Why does it make you feel dumb?
It's like I'll be doing something. It's like, hey, we cleared up this much space on your RAM by slowing down your processes in your browser because it doesn't seem like you're using them. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Thank you. I don't know what that means.
It basically that's what it comes down to. Is it pops up and says stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. Keep doing that.
Oh boy.
I feel old.
Oh boy.
We're still
All right.
streaming, right?
Yeah, we're still streaming. No, we stopped and I
Hey.
didn't tell you.
Oh. Uh-huh.
So, do you have your quote?
I think I saved it again, but you're gonna have to give me a second.
All right. Oh, that's a really, really funny quote, but I'd have to make an exception on cursing to be able to read it. Did I ever? I see. This is where it gets to the problem because I don't remember what quotes I have done and haven't. So like, did I do the G-Man quote from Half-Life 2?
Man, dude, I don't like I can remember anything.
The
If you start saying it, I might be like, yeah, you said that one.
the right man. Hold on. The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world.
You have not said that one.
Cool. That's my quote.
That is actually a very good one.
I love that quote. Half-Life games had some pretty great quotes.
Still flipping through trying to find it.
And oh, by the way, I can tell you all right now. I can tell the whole audience. Next month is going to be dominated by one game. Like seriously, I might be playing this game like 3 times a week. Persona 3 Reload. They remastered Persona 3. and I am so excited to play it because I started Persona 3, but then they took it off of Game Pass. So I am ready. They took Persona 4 off of Game Pass as well. I was like, dang it, I didn't even get to start Persona 4. Frustrating. But I am going to be playing that game too much. You
Wait. Oh. Oh.
oh, did he get it? Did he find it?
It. Hold on.
Maybe.
I remember what it was, but I could not find it. You say that like soldiers and humanity are two different things. Soldiers aren't machines. We're just people.
What is that from?
Halo 4.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say
That's Lusty talking to Chief.
I just heard that. I was like, I just heard that. But yeah, that it's a good quote, but I did I did keep making remarks about how, I wonder what the narrative of this game is. It's not like it's being beaten over my head like constantly. Oh, which one of us is the real machine? Like, okay, Cortana, I wonder what the theme of this game is. But all right, that's all we got for this episode. As long as you don't have any wrench to throw into the works right last minute, like the ass you are.
Hey now. I do got a badonk donk. These hips don't lie.
All right, that's it. Tally ho.